The Game of Life and How to Play It book summary. The Game of Life and How to Play It, written by Florence Scovel Shinn, teaches the moves needed in this competitive world. The game of life has indeed become very tricky, and one needs to really hone their skills even to survive the very next move. The book also tells us that whatever we give into the world will be returned to us in the end, which means that if we give love, we will get love back, but if we hate, we will feel hatred in return. In The Game of Life and How to Play It, author Florence Scovel Shinn has helped us understand life. The book tells us that whatever we give into the world will be returned to us in the end, which means that if we give love, we will get love back, but if we hate, we will feel hatred in return. We shape our reality through what we offer and receive from the world. The book helps us achieve a sense of belonging to be happy in our lives and brighten our future. The book was first published in 1925. It was Shinn's first book that she published herself because she could not find a publisher for it. This little book has inspired thousands worldwide to find life's purpose and a sense of belonging. It is as vital today as it was written in 1925, and this book shows that life is not a fight but a game of giving and taking. Discover how your brain and its imaging faculty play a vital role in the game of life with the help of the book. Everything you imagine or pay attention to will sooner or later be felt as part of your world. This little book will show you how to change your life, leave your regrets behind, and create a bright future. Author Florence Scovel Shinn is an artist and book illustrator by profession, who taught metaphysics in New York for many years. She was a popular, friendly, and informal teacher who was blessed with a lot of inner blessings. She used to see the world from a different perspective. Perhaps that's why she saw what none of us could see. She included her knowledge in her book and inspired thousands of people. For Florence Scovel Shinn, the rules were to be found in the Old and New Testaments. Everything in her 1925 classic, such as the rules of non-resistance, work, and forgiveness, are found in the Eastern holy books. Her work aims to convey to all, a person can achieve the social class of life, health, wealth, love, and the 4 points of full self-expression if you follow the non-changing principles that govern life. Associate himself with. So she believed that all this welfare was the birthright of all of us. These most important lessons have been told in this book, Class of Life, Happiness is Birthright and Sometimes, Your Desires Are Wrong. Chapter 1, Life is a Game. The author has described life as a game. She says life is not a fight, so your life should not be a struggle. Instead, you should enjoy life and look at it like a game. If you start looking at life as a game, you will understand that there are rules to follow, which will bring you less stress, more happiness, and tremendous success. The game of life is a game of boomerangs, in which all of our thoughts, deeds, and words come back to us sooner or later with astonishing accuracy. The way life has been expanded to love, intuition, fear, and hope. Intuition is broken down into intuition. The author states that most people think of life as a fight, but life is not a fight, it is a game of giving and taking. Whatever man sends by word and deed, the same comes back to him. And they can play no game well without understanding the rules. Therefore, life is the most crucial game, and it is worth learning to make the best use of it to play it well. As they say, you only live once, and if you do it right, you are complete once in a while. The author found that being a man of trust is much better than being a man of fear. The man found signs that showed him the path he believed was best to follow in the Old and New Testaments. These topics include the law of anticipation, the divine pattern, the law of karma, the law of substitution, the power of words, the law of use, the law of forgiveness, the law of love, and the law of the irresistible. It would help if you changed how you think, your words, and your work. Changing your vocabulary to something more positive is a step forward, but you must show positive thoughts and behavior. The 3 lessons of life as told in the book. 1. Life's class. The author states that 4 focal points in our lives demand our surrender: wealth, health, love, and the expression of ourselves. Shape each of these parts of your life the way you want to. Ultimately, he will give you back a memorable and happy life. 2. Happiness is your divine right. Whenever you feel you have to work for happiness, remember that you are born with the right to be happy. Fill your life with positivity, and stop blaming yourself for every little mistake along the way. 3. Sometimes your desires are wrong. Many people sometimes have the wrong idea of what they want. This happens when people try to find a solution to the last situation they want to make up for themselves. For example, if you ask people what they need to be happy, most of them will say they need money, although happiness in life has nothing to do with money. The meaning of all these 3 is clear: your life is the most valuable. So, focus on the result and let God, the universe, or whomever you say it is, show you what can make your wishes come true. Everything else is for life. Enjoy life and live freely. Chapter 2, The Law of Prosperity/Expectancy. The author states in this law of life that the imaging faculty plays the most significant role in the game of life, which means that whatever a person imagines, they get it back sooner or later in life. Therefore, it is essential to have an excellent imagination to achieve the goals we want in our life continuously. To train the imaging faculty, it is necessary to understand the mind. Florence divides the mind into 3 parts: the subconscious, the conscious, and the most powerful subconscious. The author says that the subconscious is a force without any direction. It is like steam or electricity and does what it is directed to. It has no incoming power. Conscious mind, the author says that this mind is our mind or reasoning. Instead, it sees life as it is. It looks at the pictures and affects the subconscious mind. Superconscious mind is inside every one of us, which is our mind of God, the place of all our thoughts. By understanding the 3 parts of the mind, you can know that our mind sees or thinks only what we want to show it. So if you feel well, then your mind will unquestionably believe well. So include good things, start imagining, your mind will then appear in front of you in the form of good results, and you will get positive and good results in life too. Chapter 3, Power of Words. The author explains this rule: whoever does not know the power of words is behind time. Each of us has a constant conversation with ourselves, but we never realize how it affects us, for better or worse. The way we live our life and every word we say to ourselves comes as truth in our subconscious mind, so we should always be mindful of inner and outer words spoken to ourselves or others. The author says the power of words is immense, so be careful how you express yourself and always avoid negative comments, as they have great expressive power. As they say, we understand our own or others' thoughts through words. To know the thought process of the human being, listen to his words, and his situation will be correct whether that person is great in every respect or a struggler. For example, someone who lives in Dubai, where some places have tight parking. He always gets parking when he's driving, no matter what time. He always says, "I have parking all the time." On the other hand, he has heard people say that there are too many crowds, they never find parking, and the result is clear. What you say is the power of your words that affects your real life. So always stay positive with yourself as much as possible. There's an old saying that we all dare to use our words for only 3 purposes: to heal, to bless, or to be rich. What you say about others will be said of you too, and what you wish for others, you wish for yourself. Therefore, if you want to hear better than others, then speak well of yourself. In return, you will get to listen well. If you had talked to someone with love, you would have gotten the answer from love. Then never back down from adopting goodness. The rest of the results will be in front of you. Chapter 4, The Power of Faith. The power of faith with random things like a horseshoe or a rabbit's foot. Rather than those things, it is our belief behind those things that establish the anticipation in our subconscious mind and attracts the desired results. Therefore, the power is not in those things but in our belief in our higher self. There is a great thing that faith can move mountains, and doubt can create them. The book mentions divine patterns, which means you should always ask about the right situations in your life, not certain situations, because whatever you have in mind may not be the right thing. Who makes you happy? Along with this, the law of substitution also works. Unfortunately, many of us are unaware of what makes us happy and satisfied, thus, we do not know our true desires. Scovel Shinn reminds customers concerned about the money that God is your true fulfillment. She confirmed her point by saying, "The soul is never late." You should be thankful that you have the money on an invisible field in front of you at the right time. But just saying the right words and believing it isn't enough. We need to show our subconscious what we hope to achieve. We should all be prepared for what we have asked of the Lord when there is not the slightest sign of it. The author says it as if doing so opens the way for profit. She says throw your burden on Jehovah/God. Sometimes the Bible says that the battle is not between men but with God. So we must learn to stand up straight and let God or the superconscious mind go to work. Your faith will show you the way, so use the power of faith with complete confidence. Chapter 5, The Law of Karma and the Law of Forgiveness. The author explains that the law of karma and forgiveness is fundamental in our life. The law of karma means that we will get back whatever we reveal and give to the world. Hence this law is also called the law of cause and effect. So, remember that you only provide positive energy to the world, and you will only get positive results. The law of irresistible is the addition of the law of karma. It tells you that you should not dwell on negativity and should not let adverse events affect you and your feelings. This is how the law works: the less you adopt negative things, the less you will give to the world. So instead of focusing on the negativity, focus on the positivity. The author says that the law of forgiveness is one of the highest laws we have ever spoken of. For example, Christianity is based on this law rather than the law of karma, which means that people can redeem themselves and protect themselves from all unwanted circumstances. The law of love is one of the most potent laws that exist. Everyone is made of love and should live like that too. Love is the most incredible power in the world. So learn to forgive. If someone does something terrible to you, then forgive them, because if you do not forgive them, a feeling of revenge will arise in you. Due to this, you will become sad and upset. You will use all the negative things to fulfill your vengeance. Therefore, please forgive those who did wrong to you in time. You will feel lighter and better by adopting the spirit of forgiveness. Eventually, you will be attracted to positivity. Positivity opens your life's right path, so start forgiving people. It would help if you did not have any bad feelings for anyone. What it takes to play the game of life successfully involves following the rules of the game rather than doing what you don't like. From a struggle's point of view to life, this change in a modest belief in achieving good results will change your life. Send constant goodwill and blessings to your close ones, work colleagues, and even your country. Not only does it give you peace, but you will find yourself safe from harm and anger. The author says that the more we know, the more we are responsible for it, and a person with knowledge of the spiritual law, which he does not practice, ends up in great pain. The author conveys the thought that every man is a golden link in the chain of my goodness. This is another thought that will make you think that everyone is in our life for some reason or the other, whether we like it or not. You have to see the good in them and learn from them the lesson for which they have built a relationship with you. We cannot desire something that we are not. For example, you cannot expect good health if you constantly eat junk, suffer from addictions, and are lost in weak thoughts. Therefore, adopt goodness from your actions and forgiveness and choose only good things. You will get all the honor back in return. Chapter 6, Intuition or Guidance. Explains the author, intuition is a spiritual department, and it does not explain but guides you. Sometimes our mind is to do something unique, and our mind opposes all the debates. We still have intuition and later realize that doing this was the right thing or that doing it brought us closer to our goal. It is something that you say something, and you will get it. We should ask him what we need with a determined chief to tell us if something is to be done. The universe has ways in which it will guide you to act, let go, and do something special. The author believes that gifts are the best investment you can make. Therefore, the rule of use emphasizes gifts. From the heart and mind, thoughts and feelings, you must change how you think, your words, and your work. You should not doubt whether you can achieve complete wellness or question yourself if you are capable of it. Everyone deserves it. It is your divine right, and you must live according to God's plan for your life. It is your intuition that will guide you in your life. Trust that the best is coming for you, and it will surely come. Love life, and life will love you back. Meaning if you give love, you will get love. You must have heard about all these things before but never thought much about them. And yet, it's true to see a happy and fulfilling life in these things. So, if you are not living your life the way we have told you and are just pretending to live, now is the time to change it. This is the only way by which you can accomplish all your goals. The way to do this is that whatever you desire, and ask yourself whether it is possible. The answer will be within you, which you will get through the universe, and the answer you will get will guide you toward achieving your goal. Chapter 7, Complete Self-Expression or Divine Design. The author states that we have some space in us to fill the divine's design. Like we all have some goal to achieve. Meaning, this should be the highest demand of human beings to allow this divine creation to appear before them. We should only ask for something if it is by divine authority. For example, a woman was enamored of a man who had not treated her very well. Scovel Shinn reiterated this: if he is divinely chosen for me, he will be mine. If he isn't, I wouldn't want him anyway. And you should also do the same. You will get what is yours, and if it is not yours, then even after your many efforts, he will be separated from you. Of course, sometimes you pretend to be someone else who matches all your ideals. Do you ever get a picture of what you can achieve or be? You have received a snapshot of your divine design from the universe, showing you that this picture is within you. So don't chase things that have nothing to do with your real life. If you want to achieve them, you will only make yourself miserable. Instead, pay attention to the fact that you ask any sign or message from this universe to tell you what the divine creation is, and it will appear before you. If you're not a religious person, don't let yourself be distracted by the many religious references. If you keep your mind open, have the power to make sense of everything, and look past the terminology, you'll find tons of helpful advice that can potentially help you come up with your own divine creation. Let the potential within me be free now, let me see the right plan. Just by saying this to yourself, you'll find the answer and see what matters to you. You will find the right path in which you will not be sad. Your complete self-expression will never go to waste, but because of such an attractive choice, it would almost look like a play. But, like all power, whether it is steam or electricity, it must have a non-resistant engine or tool to work, and man is that engine or device, which he can learn by using himself. So start with yourself. Be happy in your life. Everything is inside you. The book has told you how to get answers to all questions. So start your life with positivity, and then all the paths will come before you. Conclusion. In the book The Game of Life and How to Play It, we came to know about life. We learned that using some rules and principles could make our life happy and good. The biggest lesson of the book is that life is not a fight, so do not live your life sadly, but consider your life as a game and enjoy every aspect by playing that game. To live life like a game, you must use the rules and principles mentioned in the book, with which you can see the difference in your life. Overall, the game of life has not changed in the years since the book was published, so this book is a game changer. I hope it will change you and your life for the better. You will feel at ease after going through this book, and if you are one of those people who are willing and open to guidance to lead a better life. So this book will help you a lot. Although the book was written in New York in the 1920s and filled with religious references, it has gained cult status. It teaches us to salute the divinity and restores our sense of direction and self-confidence in life. I hope that you must have known and understood well about the book, and now you will adopt the rules and principles mentioned in the book for positive change in your life. The Game of Life and How to Play It Book Review. One of the most powerful lessons I took away from the book was the importance of gratitude. Shinn emphasizes that expressing gratitude for what we already have paves the way for even more blessings to enter our lives. I began practicing gratitude daily, and I was amazed at the positive impact it had on my mental well-being and overall outlook on life. Another concept that resonated with me was Shinn's explanation of the law of non-resistance. She suggests we should stop resisting or fighting against negative situations or people, as resistance only attracts more negativity. Instead, she advises embracing acceptance and focusing on positive outcomes. This shift in perspective helped me let go of past hurts and disappointments, allowing me to move forward more positively and empowered. As I implemented the lessons from The Game of Life and How to Play It, I noticed a significant change in my life. My relationships improved, I became more confident in my career, and I found a renewed sense of purpose and direction. I now firmly believe in the power of our thoughts and intentions in shaping our reality. So, my reviews about this book is good, and I would also recommend you to read it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. See you in next videos.